Eta, Wolaba Fetu, welcome back to our YouTube channel. And we're back with another video. And today we'll be speaking about the title race. So we have a Man City fan right there on the right, Robbie, Man United fan in the green. He's even wearing the third kit colors, even though it's not even though it's not the actual third kit, but then he's wearing the third kit colors. And then he's not a Premier League fan, but he's a fan of Barca, but then he'll tell us what he'll be speaking on behalf on.
He wants
today.
Liverpool to take the title, doesn't he?
Yeah, just because of Klopp.
And he's totally against what I want.
No, but if he wants Liverpool to win the title, that's because he wants Klopp to join Barcelona and not having hunger for the title. But are you guys that desperate for results in getting Klopp to join Barcelona?
My dog, Klopp is not going anywhere. Klopp is going on a whole season holiday. He's not going anywhere. He's going
Germany,
to rest.
though. I
think
he's
not going anywhere, dog.
Aye.
He's taking a rest for a whole season. He won't be coaching.
There's a gent who's quiet, very happy that Klopp is leaving.
Me too, dog.
Hey.
Me too. But then
I'm tired of Liverpool.
Even though I'm a Man United fan.
Pepe Reina days. You remember those days when the Pepe Reina is their goalkeeper? Andy Carroll is their striker. Those are beautiful days of watching Liverpool. Okay,
it is he, Wayo.
Yeah, exactly. So on about our topic.
Oh, by the way, I'm advocating for Arsenal today.
Oh, Gonje, as a Man United fan,
I'm a Gunners advocate today.
Yeah, I hate City, I hate Liverpool, so I think Arsenal must take the lead.
This topic is always there. Arsenal will take it. What happened last season?
I'm not saying Arsenal will take it, but I want Arsenal to take it.
What's different? It's the same Arsenal.
What's
different?
The league is not for small boys. You have to know the league is not for small boys.
No, I understand that
Arsenal
as far as last season is concerned, but that aggression that Arsenal lacked last season, I'm not saying they have it entirely, but they have a bit of it.
Oh, don't forget
what's different from Arsenal from last season to this season.
They clapped you this season.
They built City for starters, and they win by reasonable score margins towards chasing the title, because there were days where they won by 1 goal margins when they were chasing the title.
I think that was around December, January.
Limping in the very same manner.
They were lacking.
Let me tell you guys an underrated fact. The manner in which Arsenal was limping and being top of the table last season is actually the very same manner in which Liverpool is limping in this season. Just that they have that pedigree of actually competing against Manchester City. So one would actually consider them ahead of where Arsenal was.
And they have the fighting spirit, though, because like they finish games.
No, but let's be honest about Liverpool. It's just that they're on top of the table this season, but it's not really as aggressive and deadly as Liverpool was when they're the likes of Sadio Mane. They have a better group of players. That's what's crazy, is that they have the likes of Szoboszlai, number of world-class players, the likes of McAllister, you understand, World Cup winners. However, if we have to be honest, there's the Liverpool of the likes of Van Alden, all these players who made a name for themselves on the prime Liverpool years. I think that Liverpool is more deadlier than the Liverpool of this season. What do you think?
It is.
Well, that's a Liverpool with bet for to beat City.
Because it's that Liverpool that chowed you 5 and chowed you 4 again in one season, yeah?
That's not this Liverpool. I don't think they have the fortitude of actually beating City. Don't talk about Man United.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm still hopeful about next week's game, dog. If City can club Liverpool or give it a draw.
But I think Arsenal's title ambitions are more realistic than they were when they were top of the table. You know why? Because I actually said that I would consider Arsenal to be on the title race if they beat Manchester City. But on how consistent they've been on games in which I've expected them to actually draw or not win convincingly or even lose, they've actually found a way to win these games convincingly. Like, who would have thought that Arsenal would beat Newcastle 4-1? If that was the Arsenal of last season, even a lose would be actually a very suiting result. What do you guys think?
Well, I think Liverpool, I think injuries are killing them. I mean, how many injuries do they have now?
These guys recently got injured, dog.
That's the whole season,
but they've had the whole squad. They just got injured right now, and those injuries, they're not even something serious. Because like, check, Szoboszlai is back, and he's been out like for how long?
Injuries at Liverpool, I think they're a season after season excuse for them. I think the coach actually builds his team around a couple of key players. Where if one key player is out, the whole thing falls down. It's like a sandcastle where Salah. You just touch it a little bit, it's out. But Mo Salah is out, and then they are not able
And
to
Trent
grind
is-
convincing
and Trent
results.
is also
Oh yeah,
out.
and Trent,
No,
It's
I
always
forgot
been
about
like
Trent.
that. I think the fallout of Liverpool from their prime years, if you have to think about the Liverpool of 2017 to 2020, it's always been injuries. I mean, there was a time in which the likes of Van Dijk were not there. They were having embarrassing defeats. You remember that season where they were fighting to get into the top four?
That was last
Exactly.
season.
No, not last
not
season.
last
You remember Thiago's first season at Liverpool?
When they won the league the following season.
After they won
No,
the
when they
league,
won the
there's
Champions
the
League.
season after.
Because
The
when-
Champions League. After.
No.
No,
They
when
won
they
the
won the
league.
league, when
They
they won
won
the
the
league,
Champions League.
when they won
They
the
won the
league, yeah,
league.
when they won the league. Yeah.
And then the following season, it was bad. It was a disaster,
Yeah.
actually. And that's a season in which Manchester United came strong. Aish.
Manchester United.
Aye, that was
I
the,
even know.
the
All
season,
season,
the
that was
season
all
that you're
the
talking
season with the likes of Edison Cavani
Doug,
and
the
when they
season
did
that
a
you're
double
talking
on
about.
City.
the season that you're talking about. Which season is it?
2021.
And who took the league?
Yeah?
And who
City.
took the league?
City.
Thank you.
It's City with Manchester United.
this
league.
guy.
Ah, come
Who took the league
on.
in the following year?
So you're gonna tell us that City is gonna take
Who
the
took
league
the
in
league
this?
the following year?
So with you being bold
City.
enough to
Thank
tell us
you.
that, I say
Who
that
took,
City is
who
gonna
took
win.
the treble last season?
Aye, trouble nyana Bombay.
Also Mumbai.
Come
It pub.
on. I think if we have to be fair about the performances at Manchester City, I think the Manchester City of 2018 surpasses by a huge margin the Manchester City of this not even this season, but the treble winning season.
Wow, you're cool.
You remember the Manchester
Are
City
you
of prime
mad?
Raheem Sterling, the
I
likes of Leroy
was
Sané.
mad. Aye.
Okay, but let me remind you
Nah.
guys. You remember the Manchester City that got knocked out controversially because of Raheem Sterling's disallowed
Ah, it
goal?
wasn't controversial. He was offside.
It was offside, but
It was offside.
which Manchester City would you say
This
was
is the
deadly?
same. This is the same Manchester City where Raheem Sterling missed an open net
But
in the
you remember
6 yard
that City.
area. And
Okay, it's
That City
fine.
wasn't
If
that
maybe
deadly.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying is a
That
little.
City was not that
Not
deadly.
now.
Raheem Sterling was deadly.
But
That's it.
I think this is the last good season Manchester City is going to have with this current group of players. The likes of Bernardo Silva suffering from mental fatigue, and if there is no succession plan for such, I don't think they're gonna have a good season next season.
I mean, we do have players.
Whom?
I mean,
Oscar
we-
Bob.
Oscar
Okay,
Bob.
Oscar Bob
Yes.
is
So
there.
for
I
then-
know,
Boy, it's
So for
Julian
then is there.
Julian McCarthy is on loan from Sheffield United.
Alvarez is also there. Like
Alvarez.
yo, Doug, you see,
Haaland.
you see this Man
No,
City
they,
side.
they have
reminds
possible
me-
successors
Martinez
of this
Nunes.
current
You check,
generation.
Nunes.
You
No,
know
but
what
they
squad
haven't
reminds me-
gelled into playing the Pep Guardiola type of
Don't
football.
worry, he'll fix them, he'll cook them. That man, yo.
Yeah, but
then
I mean, it's a
the
gamble.
City squad, ne? Like the City squad, ne? You know what squad it reminds me of? See that Real Madrid squad that won the Champions League 3 seasons in a row. You know that team was nice from the starting 11 to the bench.
Okay, but
Even if
okay,
they play the
let
bench,
me
you will still
give you
in
guys
trouble.
Let's
an
talk about the prime Barcelona. Don't you
Ish,
think?
I wanna get man.
Do not go there.
I
It's
know.
Celtic Barcelona.
No.
No team
He's
surpasses
gonna
that
cry.
team.
He's gonna
No
cry.
team surpasses
This
that
guy is gonna
Barcelona.
cry.
You
Don't
can
you
must
think
never.
it's,
We're talking about
never.
football. We must not touch that team.
do not touch that team. Messi, Xavi, Iniesta, 34 touches without touching the ball. Man City cannot do that now. They
Pep
cannot
hated
do
that.
it now.
Pep hated that kind of play, dog. He thought it was useless. He didn't like that type of football.
When
Aye,
he came
aye,
to
aye,
City,
And
Saba-
Terry Henry
aye,
asked a
aye.
question in the awards.
what did you ask?
Which team do you think would beat the other between that
Your
Barcelona and your Manchester City now? Why did he not answer that question? He didn't answer. that
No,
question.
he knows the truth, but it would be actually contradicting his current standing,
Exactly.
as he has a contract
Exactly.
with Manchester City. But maybe it's a question which would be suiting for him to be asked, maybe post his time at Manchester City, or maybe if he was to be asked about Bayern Munich and Barcelona.
But
because
me, I'm
it's
saying
no
if-
longer there.
if he was asked, if he was asked, if he was asked
Yeah,
which
that was
which
a-
football he enjoys watching,
Mm.
between the prime Barca one and the one that they're playing currently in Man City, I'm pretty sure on God, bro, he will choose the City one, because this one is way more exciting. Dog, it was nice watching prime Barca with their tiki taka and supporting. Like, come on, like at times, dog, it got boring, dog. Them just passing the ball around, like it'll get icon. And
Aye,
be like,
everybody likes
yeah,
Kevin
yeah,
De Bruyne.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Everybody
the
likes
whole
Kevin
point,
De
us
Bruyne.
on the Champions
the whole
League
point,
final.
dog, the whole point.
No, you know what?
The whole point will be to get the team, the opposing team tired and get bored.
No,
but then sometimes, dog, you
No,
as a
but-
person who's watching behind the screen,
but,
you be like,
you must understand, my
unless
guy.
Messi just starts holding the ball
No,
and
my
starts
boy,
running through
my boy.
everybody.
The-
But then
the-
once they start passing that ball around,
My
dog,
boy, there's
icon.
one thing you must understand. If you are talking about prime Barcelona, if you are choosing Prime Barcelona over if you are choosing Manchester City actually over Prime Barcelona,
Dog,
you
no,
are not.
listen.
Oh, let me
Listen.
finish. Let me finish.
No, because now
Let me
you know why
finish.
I want to interrupt him. Because I feel like he did not understand what I was saying.
No, I
I'm
heard
not
what
saying
you
no.
said.
It's not a matter of
You
this
spoke
Man
about
City.
the exciting element
Yes,
about it.
and
I'm
check,
gonna
and
take
it's
you
not,
back
and
to
it's not,
football.
and it's not, and it's also not a matter of like this City team can actually play like better football. What I'm saying is, I enjoy watching this City team. Because
You
like,
enjoy watching.
honestly, dog,
Okay, let me
that
ask
whole
you.
passing the ball
Let
around
me ask
sometimes.
you a
Because
simple
like, if you
question.
check, most of the touches that they would make, those passes, there'll be passes that are not even going anywhere, dog. They would not be going anywhere, dog. So now you're watching that and you're like, yo,
Okay, maybe
when are
it's
they
just
gonna score? Me, I'm just waiting for Messi to
no.
just hold the
I
ball
understand.
and
I
start running at
understand what you're
people.
saying because Messi was doing all the damage, so the team didn't need to be as a collective deadly because Messi would do everything. However, it was not around Messi.
As a collective,
No,
they were
but let me
dead.
let me finish. Let me finish my point. I'm saying if you are choosing Manchester City over Prime Barcelona, besides my brother's psychological investment out here, which is gonna feel so emotional
And they're
about.
emotional.
Yeah, exactly. However, what I'm talking about is you are not just choosing you are not just choosing Manchester City over Barcelona. You are choosing a certain era of football which most of us football fans miss. You are choosing the athletes right now era of football over the finesse and skill and technical ability of football. You must understand that when the likes of Ronaldinho stopped playing football, something in football never became the same. Football
something got
became
missing. A huge
exactly
percentage got
football
missing.
became more about more about athletes than it was about
Athleticism.
ballers. It was about who can run the fastest rather than who has the best football gift. So if you are choosing that that Manchester City over Barcelona, you are choosing football for the athletes, not for the ballers. And is that where you fall? Do you fall on the statisticians or do you fall on the analysts?
Ibaba.
You must answer me. Answer me.
I'm about to answer you. I'm about to
who are
answer
you
you.
choosing? Are you
I'm
choosing
about
the
to answer you.
athletes or the
I'm
ballers?
about to answer you. As much as I would choose the ballers, ne?
Okay, let's
Check.
leave
No.
it there.
Let me
Let's
finish
leave
off.
it there.
Let me finish off. Obviously, I'm gonna choose the ballers, right?
And
But what I'll still
come
be
on.
saying
You
is,
cannot admit to
what
something
I'll
and
still
then
be
say
saying
but
is,
with the statement
this type of
contradicting
football that
admitting.
City is playing, dog.
It's beautiful.
Dog is beautiful. Dog.
I'm not
How
saying
is
it's
it beautiful?
no,
when
no,
they
no,
go
no,
50-50
no.
against
We're not saying
Liverpool?
it's bad. We're not saying it's bad.
Dog.
But I'm
Liverpool is
just
the
saying.
kryptonite of City, dog.
Okay,
that team is
let
the
me ask you a
kryptonite.
question.
Yes, but no team could do that against
Okay,
Barcelona
okay.
in that time. But
Okay,
Liverpool
we're not
could
saying the
hold their
football
end
is bad.
against
The football
Manchester
is still
City.
good.
They
It's Pep
can.
Guardiola's football. It's still good. But is it at the same level of finesse as it was back then?
No way.
No, let him answer.
No,
Do you
it's
think-
not.
Your view is
Obviously.
gonna be biased. You're a fan,
Whoa.
dog.
Oh, wait. Do you
Tabangi
think-
Mangan.
Okay.
Chill. Obviously, the finesse and
You must
the
answer, and then you're gonna answer him. Let me give you the mic. Ask him the question.
the finesse obviously will fall on the prime Barca side, on the prime Barca part, right? Because sharp, they had like wonderful players, like individually. Like you would take each and every player and you try and analyze them individually. For Young Zola, they'll all be good, right? But then like this Pep team, this Man City team, dog, ne? As much as it does not have the same players as that prime Barca team, dog. But then I feel like the football that they're playing, dog, it excites me more. It excites me more
let me ask you a
than
question.
the tiki-taka that Barca was playing.
Let me ask you a question.
Wait,
Besides
let me
Rodri,
use an example again. Because remember, that prime Barca team was not just Pep's team also. It does not only comprise of Pep's period. We also include who's this guy? Okay, I'm not gonna go to Erebo Ronaldinho. Right? Who's this nigga?
This Valverde came after.
No,
Pep.
thingy.
Oh, you're saying
Enrique.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Enrique.
it also
but
goes
it was
to
all around Pep Guardiola's foundation, wasn't it?
Yes, but I'm
Yes,
saying
it
like
was.
that
Yeah,
prime
he
Barca.
started the whole thing.
That
He
prime
came up with
Barca,
the whole thing.
that prime Barca was not just Guardiola's era, but then it went over to Enrique as well, right?
Okay,
So,
let me ask you a simple
wait,
question.
let me finish.
Let me ask you a simple question.
Let me
Let's
finish.
speak about the key players of Manchester City.
Mhm.
One of the key players being who's this guy they call underrated, and I hate it because he's good, man. He's very good. Let me give you an example too, so that you can understand which level the finesse was at. Bernardo Silva is one of the most gifted bowlers we have in this generation of football in England in general, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
Premier League Messi.
But do you think Bernardo Silva would start in Pep Guardiola's Barcelona?
In whose position, boy?
Thank
In
you.
whose position?
Thank you.
In
You think
whose
they would bench
position?
Iniesta for Bernardo Silva? Wait. Do you think
Dog.
they'll bench Xavi
No,
for
definitely.
Bernardo Silva?
Definitely not.
Okay,
But
Manchester
I'm
City
still
man.
sticking.
Do you think so?
I'm still sticking
Be
to.
honest to football. You love City, but I know you love football more. I mean, if you tell me something which is a harsh fact for me to swallow as a Man United fan, I love Man United, but I love football more, and I have to be honest to football. But I'm not telling you to be as I go about it. But do you, in your honest opinion, think that Bernardo Silva would start in the Pep Guardiola era of Barcelona?
To be honest, I think would start.
No.
No, Bernardo Silva is a flexible player.
Okay, let me give him a good example.
He's a flexible
very,
player.
very suiting example. Okay, if you're saying he's a flexible player, he'll have to either succeed Messi or Iniesta. Who would he get benched? Yeah, I mean, because if it's flexible,
Yeah, but then
he's
check. Come on, guys.
Yeah, but that's where you'd have to play.
We move from.
That is where you'd have to play.
We move from the football to the players.
No. It's about the football. It's still about the football. The players are the ones playing the football. Let me
Yes,
give you another
Anand.
good example. Thiago Silva is one of the most gifted midfielders of
Thiago
this
Silva.
age. Not Thiago Silva. Thiago Alcantara is actually one of the most gifted footballers in this age.
Yeah.
But did he have a place in the starting lineup at Barca? Yeah. That was not just generational. That was a golden generation, guys.
That wasn't even prime. That wasn't even prime.
For me, it wasn't prime.
It wasn't even prime Thiago.
The
Well,
Thiago of
Thiago
Bayern. Okay,
came
let's look at the
at
team.
The Thiago of
Bayern Munich.
Oh man, the Thiago of Bayern Munich is a generational talent. That is not just a player who's talented.
And if he went
That
to
is a clutch
Barcelona, what would
footballer,
happen?
dog.
Yeah.
That is a
went to
clutch
Barcelona.
footballer right there.
In that prime, what would happen?
Hence, I'm saying he's a generational talent. You know, there are players which would be good enough to start at a certain team because there is no competition maybe for him. But that's a player whom there is no competition for him. Wherever he plays, he's one of the top 5 best players in the world right now. If football was about the pure football gift, no, let's be honest. If we speak about one of the most talented footballers there, top 10, Thiago Alcantara is there. Kevin De Bruyne is a generational talent himself, man. What he can do, who can do? And
That guy makes team shake.
Give me a
I mean,
player
that
in
makes
the
football
world.
simple. Let's be honest.
That boy
Who
was.
does what
he
Kevin
makes
De
football
Bruyne does.
That
for me.
guy
That's what
was
I'm saying.
injured, and the moment they announced his return, the Premier League was shaking.
Not just in terms
was
of shaking, in
shaky.
terms of the atmosphere. What he did against Newcastle.
No, let's
does
talk about
that?
his debut. His first game after injury. Let's talk about that game.
That's the game I'm talking about. The game against Newcastle where he scored and then he assisted that Oscar Bob.
Now, wasn't it a cup game?
No,
When-
it wasn't.
when he first
No, it
came-
was a league
when he
game.
first came back.
Yeah,
It
it was a
wasn't the
cup game.
Newcastle one. It was a cup game.
It's our cup game
Yeah.
against Luton in Luton Town.
No, that one is the most recent one. It wasn't even. Or maybe the game that he started. Yeah, I mean the deadliness of Manchester City. 70% of that is Kevin De Bruyne. If you're playing against Manchester City,
Kevin,
you must actually play a special player to keep an eye on him for the whole game. Does not even guarantee you actually stopping him, because you remember Manchester United on the game that they won against Manchester City last season, where on the whole game Kevin De Bruyne was on fire. No, he was actually pocketed by Fred, and then he got one chance, and then what a beautiful assist he gave Jack Grealish. But okay, we actually deviated with speaking about Manchester City and Barcelona. League predictions. I'm not gonna take your bias one. You're gonna tell me about Manchester City, and yeah, realistically speaking about football, I think my money is on City, but I want Arsenal to take it. No, I don't think Liverpool has the fortitude of making it till the end.
icon.
Do you think Liverpool is gonna?
You
He
guys
said
would
City
say
is
so.
taking it. Tawa.
Icon.
This current generation of Liverpool,
Oh.
I doubt. Maybe the previous one, the likes of Sadio Mane, and no, they've gifted ballers, but they don't have good
You will
combinations
see.
in their
You
squad.
will see. They are fighting for something right now.
So
They are fighting.
So basically, what you're telling me is that if you are realistic about it, it's Liverpool. But if
Look,
you are
this is the
speaking
same
about
thing.
what you want,
I'm
it's
going back.
Arsenal.
I'm going back to that CAF conversation when I told you that Ivory Coast was fighting, and it will fight until the end. Liverpool will do the same. Although I'm also hoping for Arsenal to win.
I'm only
But then
considering.
they are fighting for something.
I'm
and they
only
are going to fight
considering
until the
Liverpool
end.
serious title contenders if they beat Manchester City. And is it one you bet on? Would you bet your money for Manchester
those teams, they
City?
cancel each other out. Dog. I don't know how, but in each and
I see.
every
Yeah,
game,
but
They
that is
cancel each
history.
other out.
That is
They cancel
history,
each
not
other
really
out.
recent form. Recently, Manchester City have got the better of Liverpool. I want Arsenal to take it
They're not.
based on the football they're playing, but realistically speaking, Manchester City. Who
I
are you
don't-
betting for?
I'm
Realistically,
going for Liverpool.
but
Just
you.
because of Klopp's
Realistically
last
speaking,
season.
dog,
Just because
Liverpool,
of Klopp's
dog.
last season. I'm going for Liverpool.
Liverpool.
We should put money on it. Okay, that's it from
Liverpool,
guys. That's it from us,
Liverpool.
guys. And yeah, the next video is gonna be Kylian Mbappe in terms of which team he joins next. Great conversation, gentlemen, and hopefully, man, we see a title race which lives up to the billing of what we're seeing right now, and I hope it goes till the end, don't you?
I really hope so too.
Okay, let's predict the next game. Arsenal against City. You're gonna bet City again, are you?
We're winning.
Gotta clap you
Oh,
again.
We're winning.
Who you
Another
betting for?
1-0.
We're winning. No,
Yes.
Arsenal
they're
and
too happy
Manchester
that
City.
they won the FA Cup.
I'm going for a draw.
A draw.
Honestly.
You understand that if
We're
Manchester,
winning.
you understand that if
We're
I'm going
Manchester,
for a draw. Your
We're
team is
winning.
limping so
We're
far.
winning.
Your team
no,
is
but
limping
City is
so far.
limping. Let's be honest.
Okay.
If it wasn't for this Luton Town
Team is
game,
limping.
Manchester City was limping. I don't even see them getting past Arsenal. Liverpool, they
That-
can.
But we Ngaki, the recent game, that game in hand that they
6-2.
had. No, the recent the game in
1-0.
hand that they had.
1-0.
1-0.
Exactly.
Ah, that's
No,
not
they've
City,
been
man.
winning.
Injangana mazinyo,
It's not
man.
really the
Boom.
Manchester City style of winning. So with them against Arsenal, I think it favors Arsenal. That's the game that
So
will
I'm
actually
going for a draw.
declare.
But the national line disappointed. Jongi Temera ngaru Champions League izongenza so.
That is Arsenal for you, my guy. Arsenal is just a better Man
What happened
United,
last
let's
season?
be honest.
I Robbie Makancane.
What happened? No,
That's
the
last
numbers
season.
is
It's not
What
relevant.
happened
Nah,
last
they,
season?
It's not
they
relevant.
got slapped by fatigue. Arsenal. They didn't get
It's
slapped
not
by teams. They
relevant.
got slapped by fatigue.
It was fatigue. And if they had a Declan
about
Rice
City?
last season,
What about what?
What about City?
What about City? I thought
They didn't have
City.
fatigue.
no,
I
they
City
already
are- I
have
City
it.
are
but-
okay.
No,
Hey,
they didn't have
let's be honest about City, dog. City doesn't get fatigued in the second round. Dog. They go all out.
There's one thing about
It's
Pep
almost as if they're
Guardiola's
on
Manchester
steroids or
City.
something.
No,
when they
they-
get to the
they-
second round of the
they've had
league,
a history.
There's a game where we had to play a Champions League and then against Real Madrid, and then on weekend we had to play Arsenal.
but still, dog. City runs on a different fuel when it comes to
The second round of the
second
season.
round of the season.
Man,
The last
it's
ends of the
insane.
season. It's almost as if it has some,
they
some
get on
secret
steroids,
ingredient.
guys, when it comes to the
nah.
second round of the season.
Yeah, I feel like they weren't supposed to investigate Pogba on juicing. They were supposed to investigate the City team.
You think they choose second round of
they're
the season?
juicing, dog.
Man-
They're juicing.
You know,
dog.
Manchester City has
yeah.
had a history of limping, and then all of a sudden they are the most
Oh.
on-form team in the world.
Because remember,
Before
also,
you know
dog,
it,
also in that early
it
season,
happens from
also in
nowhere.
that early season, dog, when United got second place,
Exactly.
City out of nowhere, second round.
Because Manchester
Yo, that's-
United at some time
Yo.
were actually top of the table.
Because dog, we
They
beat
had a couple of draws. We did a double on City. But before we knew it, Manchester City, boom, they're on form. They're most on-song team in the world. If it wasn't for Bayer Leverkusen, Manchester City would stand a chance of being considered the most on-form team in the world in a couple of weeks. In
Right
5 weeks
now.
from now,
By Leverkusen.
Because right now it's Leverkusen, it's Madrid.
I don't think there's any
no
team.
Madrid. For me, Madrid. Nah.
They just know when to win when it
Guys,
matters.
let's
Madrid
be honest.
just know how to.
Wait, Baba, because when you're talking about
They
form,
win on
we're also
Champions
looking at
League only.
stats. Remember, when you're talking about form, we're also looking at stats.
Yeah.
Madrid this season, they've only lost one game. Dog. One game.
That game against Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, it's
And
Yeah,
it's one
it's
game
okay.
where I actually consider
game,
Atletico
dog.
Madrid to be,
One
Look
game.
at Bayern
to be
Leverkusen.
serious.
And they've lost 0 games. 0 games the whole season.
But
It's a
Leverkusen,
hero.
let's see them in the Champions League. I think that's because they don't play
Nah,
high
they-
Look at
intense.
Leverkusen.
Like,
No, but I mean,
I want,
cooking
I really, dog. I really hope to watch.
Just like
I really
Leicester
hope that
City,
thing,
gonna choke on
Bayer Leverkusen can
Very
get like
icy.
Liverpool in the Europa League, dog. Somewhere in the quarterfinals or the semi-final,
And
or maybe
more
even the
than-
final.
yo,
dog.
the
I
passion-
love
maybe in
watching
the
Bayern
final.
Leverkusen now.
I
love
want them
watching
to
Granit
more
Xhaka.
Liverpool. I want them to beat
Don't you
Liverpool.
love watching Granit Xhaka right now at Bayern Leverkusen?
Dog! I bet you someone on Twitter said Granit Xhaka moved to the Bundesliga to stop Harry Kane from winning titles.
Harry Kane is good.
Yo, it's not a joke anymore. The guy is really cursed.
And now he might actually break Coleman's record.
Coleman has never went a season without a trophy.
Exactly.
That's what people
Yeah.
say.
He might break Coleman's record.
Yo, Harry Kane brought Tottenham Hotspur to Bayern Munich.
And then Tuchel brought Chelsea to Bayern Munich.
Guys, I've
That's
been
not
saying
my
we're
words,
ending the
that's-
video.
that's
No,
Leroy
my
Sané
boy,
that
the
did.
video is gonna be too long for us to upload.
I will cut it.
Thank you guys. Have fun with us. In the manner in which you had fun, have fun with us on the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That's it from us, guys. Cheers.
Pasa.